Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am, Camp Granada. Do you remember Jeffrey Hardy? They're about to organize a searching party. And the vehicle of choice today is the old 73 Chevy Square Body. I've had this truck since 1986. I got this truck and my son the same year. Old 3/4 ton long box. You know, it would have been nice to have a little short box half ton. Most people wouldn't restore one of these things, but you know, sometimes you work with what you got. And this is what I had, and this is what I got. Jim's got a full load, so I'm riding on the running board. I'm videoing this.
Go rabbit hunting.
We stop on the way back to get my hat. I went to put gas in it the other day and started running out on the ground. And I thought it was leaking here. Well, it was leaking here. I tightened that one down. But now this one's, that return is leaking. So, there. Now maybe you can see what I'm talking about, this return. I gotta get that hose off there and replace it. And I'm so far behind around this place, I think I'm in front. Need to run the weed eater, need to mow along the driveway, need to put down some weed spray, need to plant some of my boxes that I got tilled up. Got a repair to make on a shed out back. It just goes on and on. I can't catch up. I take one step forward and 3 backwards. Ain't that a revolting development? Okay. Mr. Kerwood and our friend Ralph has arrived and show us the new additions,
Well,
Jim.
We got bumpers on the front.
Yeah. I think you had that when you were up here,
Yeah,
but we didn't have
time.
one on the back.
I didn't have the top.
He got the canvas top. That's awesome. Look at that. Boy, that's just right.
Yeah, that worked out great.
So you decided to make it permanent instead of snap on.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
You got the trunk
Got
on.
the trunk on.
Junk in the trunk. You
Got
got any
the rear
junk in the
bumper
trunk?
on. Nope, there ain't no junk in the trunk.
Oh.
But you can get to the gas tank.
Yeah.
There's a hole in there.
Well, yeah. You can even extend that spout up if you had
Yes,
to.
you can.
And you got your rear bumper on.
Got the rear bumper on.
Oh, it's looking good.
It's a little out of whack. I'm going to have to readjust it.
Yeah.
Of course, when it's in the shop there, I only had 2.5 feet behind it, so I couldn't.
Well, right. Boy, this is a pair to draw to, ain't it? Look at
Yeah.
that.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. He's talking about you or not, Ralph. Ralph would be the good.
Yes, sir, Ray.
Yeah. Pair of rats.
Pair of rats.
One dirty one and one clean one. I was thinking about you the other day. I thought I need to get this thing up here and get my buffer out. Buff out that paint.
Oh, that green's going to come out.
It's going to come out?
Yeah, I mean,
Buff
it'll
it out. Oh, yeah, it'll pop. It'll pop, yeah.
It'll pop.
All right. And your top matches your headlights.
Yeah.
Boy, you styling, ain't you? You just know how to do it, man.
It's amazing how it comes together without thinking.
You
know?
Yeah.
Of course, one
Yeah,
man's
you can
trash
tell
is
people
another
that.
man's treasure.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, man, it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you came up. I was wanting to see that trunk when you got it all mounted. You built your bumper brackets?
Yeah.
Look at
built all
that.
that crap.
Look at that. That takes time, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It definitely takes time. Well, that bumper was curved, really curved.
Yeah,
So I
I
put it on
know.
that 20-ton press, and
I
every
know.
2 inches.
Yeah.
I
It's still
squashed it
got a
out.
little curve in the middle.
Yes, I got a
little
little
bit of
curve.
an arc, but it looks good.
Yeah.
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 Was this your first ride in it, Ralph?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun, isn't it?
It's scary.
Yeah, it can be. Can be.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
I told Jim I never have really been scared in this one, but I've been a couple times I was really paying close attention.
Yeah. That's the way this one is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that thing's a blast. I'm so glad I did that. A lot of things in my life I wish I hadn't have done, but this is not one of them. I'm glad I did this one. Don't worry, old boy, your time's coming soon. Well, I'm just sitting here in my shop enjoying the view out the front door. Look at that mountain over there. Isn't that beautiful? You know, the Dojelac is running perfect. I fired it up this morning, moved it out of the way, got it over on the other side. My son's bringing his car into one of these bays. Got the old 73 out there. She's sitting out there cackling, you know, getting it kind of warmed up because I'm going to move it around. Got ho-hos over here in the dryer. All is right with the world. All right, got that little chore buttoned up. Nice to have that done. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. Boy, that was a lot more fun 30 years ago. Hard to get a good looking wheel in an 8-lug. I like to have some of them Detroit wheel smoothies, but yeah, it cost about $500 a piece, I think, 8-lug. First thing we're going to do is I got some freeze plugs to put in this thing, and you got to check these spark plug wires. May have a couple that's not the very best, but anyhow, first thing we're going to do is put some freeze plugs in this, and then I'm going to bolt my Eaton Fuller 10-speed Road Ranger onto it, onto the back end of it here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. Or first, I should say. And then the next thing I'm going to do is come out here and drag these old mattresses out of that horse rack, horse rack, and throw them on the burn pile. They came free with the truck. Boy, what a deal that was, huh? So, yeah. And then I'm going to get in there and I'm going to cut the bolts loose from the frame. And I'm going to drag that rack off of there, that bed. And you know, when I got this truck, I looked at that horse rack and I thought, boy, that sure looks familiar. I thought somebody must have made a bunch of those back in the 70s, because I remember seeing one just like it. Well, as it turns out, it's a friend of mine up in Aniat that built this thing, and he had it on a red 58 Chevy, 1 ton or ton and a half, whatever it was, 1 ton I guess, and he hauled his horses on that. But he built this thing, and boy did he build it stout. He built it like I build things, and it is heavy. So yeah, he came up here one day and he said, yeah, I built that. So I thought they were mass produced or somebody made a bunch of them, but no, it's the same one. It's the same one that I knew back in 1973, 74, somewhere in there, 72 maybe even. So that's got to come off. And then I'm going to start this thing up and drive it into the shop. Yes, I'm going to start it up. It's been sitting here since 2016. Hasn't been started, but I am going to start it up and drive it into the shop. And then I'm going to pull the cab off of it, and that's going to be my running gears for that V12 build, and we're going to call that the Dirty Dozen, the V12, and because I want a dually. So I don't know yet if I'm going to use that whole running gear or just the front clip and the rear axle, because I may have to stretch it, and I want the cab to sit back where you can almost reach out the door and touch those duals. But I need to kick it up, so I may just use the front clip. That's what I did on the Dojelac. I used a 75 Chevy front clip, and then I built the rest of the frame so it would work out the way I wanted it to. And this is what I'm going to do next. And when I get through showing you what I'm going to do after that, then we'll go back and look at the video where we brought this thing home. It's only 10 minutes long, and you know, there's been 10 or 15,000 new subscribers since the day we brought this home, so it'll be new to some of you, and the rest of you can click that little button down there and then go make a sandwich or something. Yeah, let's go look at what I'm going to do after that. So that's going to be my running gear, my GMC running gear. That's a 63 GMC, by the way. Oh, we got lightning and thunder boomers big time going on right now. It's fixing to commence to start to rain. Yeah, so after I get that cab off of that 63 horse hauler and get my frame figured out, what I'm going to do with that, then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start this one up, and I'm going to drive it into the shop. Yes, I'm going to start it up and drive it into the shop. It hasn't been sitting here that long, but that old 38 GMC right there, the original engine, will start up and run and drive. Now it's got flat tires on it, but we don't care. We're going to drive it anyway. And I'm going to drive that in the shop, and I'm going to use that cab for my V12 for the Dirty Dozen build. I'm going to use that front fenders and grill, kind of like Kerwood setup. It'll set out kind of out front like a suicide axle. The engine a little further back, and yeah, that's going to be the Dirty Dozen. And there's people already giving me grief about, you can't carry that truck apart, you got to restore that truck. Well, you know, I don't know who'd want to spend $30,000 restoring a truck that's worth $7,000 when it's done, that goes 40 miles an hour with mechanical brakes. That's beyond me, but, you know, if you want to see one all restored, you can go look at it in a museum, because I'm going to build a rat rod out of this one. I'll save it from the crusher. Yeah. Alright, just wanted to clue you guys in. I've had guys been asking me for, I don't know, 4 years. I don't know when we went and got that V12. People been asking me for 3 or 4 years, whenever it was, what I'm going to put it in, Well, now you know, the secret's out. The plan is out. That's my plan of attack. Jim didn't have enough air. He'd been trying to fill these tires. He ran out of air, so he's filling his tank over there. That's his surplus air supply. It's that front tire. We got a lot of them to go. Them duals got a lot of air in them back there.
Yes, they do.
And we got a bad wheel cylinder, so I'm trying to get the brake line loose so I can pinch it off.
Okay.
What an adventure, huh? All right, you can shove a hose down that gas can there.
You want to put a little in the carburetor first?
Yeah.
That baby's pretty full, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, Brown. Fill her up.
Okay, I'll do it by hand. Get it off. You got a line here, it's busted, gas line. I kept seeing shit spraying up there and I looked down. Look at on your fuel pump right here, your line.
All right.
Right here.
We'll fix her.
Line's broke. Equipment.
Well, sometimes when you're out on the job site, you have to improvise. Well, we need to blow back through the gas line, so Kerwood cut a valve stem off one of these old tires laying around here, and we made a little tool to get us to the gas line to blow it back.
Okay, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Listen.
We have rectified the problem. We determined by blowing back through the line that the gas line is plugged down in the pickup in the gas tank. So this is our new gas tank. And we're plumbed in here, and we got a hose that runs back here, goes into our fuel line there. So we bypassed the problem and hooked the fuel pump back up under the hood, and Kerwood's putting the fan belt back on. I had to get it out of the way to get that line back on the fuel pump. So we're about to see if she'll fire again. I just ran out of gas, that's why it quit. Dixco Tac by Dixon. Alright. We ready?
We're ready, as far as I can tell. Everything's a go.
See what she does.
Okay.
It lives. Missing pretty bad. We'll get her figured out. How's that?
I like that. That baby's running.
Oh, you're gonna get bit.
Oh, I know it. I hate it. It hurts in that. What is my there's my rubber glove. Well, no, spark plugs are easy. They're about to fall off now.
Okay.
Okay.
This ought to be fun. Kerwood's got full plug wires. Oh man, that's beyond the Call of Duty, boy. We gotta find that miss. That ain't it.
Yeah, but I just got bit.
I know, I seen that. Oh, Lordy.
I'm gonna get my hand off that metal.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Can't beat fun for a good time.
I think that's it.
That's it.
All right, we'll pull that plug, see what it looks like.
Okay. How's that mirror set up? What about that one?
She's a rocking and a rolling, boy. Them old tires are going thump, thump, thump. I can't imagine hauling a load of horses on this thing and them stomping around back there. She'd be rolling. Rocking and a reeling. plug wires go a long way.